Caitlin Clark not coming back tomorrow.
Like Stephanie White has made it clear, Caitlin Clark will not play tomorrow.
How about Caitlin? Is she going to be ready for tomorrow?
Oh, not for tomorrow.
Something unexpected has just happened. Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's biggest attraction and the driving force behind the league's massive viewership, will not suit up against the Connecticut Sun. And this isn't just another game she'll miss. It signals a far more serious situation, raising concerns that the issues behind the scenes may be escalating.
Caitlin Clark make a return, and they gotta figure out a way. I know I can't hate to stress this, but they gotta figure out a way to finesse a way.
What's really going on behind closed doors? Why have the Fever chosen to make this move? And what could this decision ultimately mean for Caitlin Clark's future, the team's trajectory, and even the future of the WNBA itself?
Stephanie White did talk today, gave an update.
In today's video, we're breaking down everything that's happening, including the latest update from head coach Stephanie White and the growing wave of reactions echoing across the league.
Clark said Thursday, after being reevaluated over the weekend, she could possibly return for Tuesday's tilt. She would not rush back.
You won't want to miss what happens next. But before we get into it, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment saying CC 100% if you're still supporting Caitlin Clark. Also, turn on notifications so you'll be the first to hear about the latest breaking news. Now, let's jump right in.
Stephanie White spoke at Fever practice. Stephanie White back around the team. She had missed the last game due to personal reasons. Austin Kelly stepped in, did a great job.
Caitlin Clark will not be available for the upcoming game against the Connecticut Sun. According to head coach Stephanie White, the decision isn't simply about resting her for one night. Instead, it's focused on protecting her health and ensuring the best outcome for the long term. After being evaluated over the weekend, Clark was cleared to resume certain basketball activities, including limited practice. However, that progress doesn't automatically mean she's ready to return to live game action.
You know, I think for us, it's we've got to work, both her and Sophie, back into, are they in basketball condition?
Coach White made the situation clear. Clark has not yet returned to full basketball condition. She explained that while Caitlin has started increasing her workload through shooting sessions and light on-court drills, she still has not been cleared to take part in full-contact 5-on-5 practices. That's the key difference. Working through controlled drills is one thing, but playing at full game speed, making sharp lateral cuts, and managing the physical intensity of live competition is a completely different challenge.
Stephanie White said Monday, Clark is, quote, ready to start ramping back up and has been allowed to participate in some, but not all of practice. Well, we're going to be smart, we're going to be cautious, and we're going to play the long game and work her back in very intentionally.
Stephanie White emphasized that the team plans to approach the situation with patience and avoid taking any unnecessary risks. She repeatedly highlighted the importance of thinking long-term, making it clear that the organization's highest priority is Caitlin Clark's lasting health rather than short-term wins. The decision isn't focused on just one game or the upcoming matchup. It's about safeguarding her health for the entire season and well into the future.
You do have to wonder if this is something that has been nagging her. Stephanie White said it was a new injury. There was some question.
She had a minor quad strain in the preseason that was well managed. Now, here's the issue. She was cleared to play just before the start of the season, but then re-aggravated.
That approach makes even more sense considering reports that Clark has aggravated the same injury several times already this season. As a result, the Fever have decided to keep her sidelined for now. Until she receives full medical clearance, there will be no return to the court and no Caitlin Clark in the lineup against Atlanta. Head coach Stephanie White confirmed that Clark has not yet been cleared for full-contact basketball activities. Although she has gradually resumed light practices and individual workouts, she is still not prepared for the physical intensity of live game competition.
Both of them being out for long periods of time, you've got to work your way back in to being game ready. Fever schedule, tomorrow night, Dream, not coming back.
She has been restricted to individual drills and controlled shooting workouts, but it's important to recognize that she still hasn't participated in any full-speed 5-on-5 scrimmages. That means she has yet to test her ability to make quick lateral cuts under pressure, withstand intense physical contact, or compete in a full-court setting. Without being cleared for those situations, putting her into a WNBA game would be a significant risk, especially against a team like the Dream, which thrives on speed, aggressive play, and physical defense.
Caitlin Clark's status for the game today, or game tomorrow, is official. Her status is official. And it is, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing at all, because at the end of the day, Caitlin being healthy in September means more than Caitlin being healthy in...
The injury at the heart of this situation is an ongoing quad issue. This isn't just a minor setback or a simple problem that's going to disappear overnight. It's an injury that has been aggravated and is clearly taking longer to recover than originally expected. According to Stephanie White, the Fever are committed to taking a long-term approach with Clark. The organization doesn't want to rush her back too early, only for her to experience another setback that could affect not only this season but potentially her entire rookie campaign. While this cautious approach may be the smartest decision, it has also raised concerns among fans and analysts. The Indiana Fever fully understand the significance of the situation and everything that's at stake.
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT!
She signed my jersey! So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year.
Caitlin Clark is far more than just another player on the roster. She has become the face of the franchise and, arguably, the biggest attraction in women's basketball today. Since she was sidelined, the league has seen a noticeable decline in television ratings, fan attendance, and overall media attention surrounding the WNBA. This isn't merely speculation or a manufactured narrative. The impact is reflected in measurable data and real-world results.
White said the same goes for Sophie Cunningham, who has been limited to just 4 games this season due to an ankle injury. White said that Cunningham was also limited in Monday's practice.
Ticket prices for Fever games have dropped considerably whenever Caitlin Clark isn't on the floor, and the surrounding media buzz has also declined significantly. But the bigger concern is that this may extend far beyond a single missed game. Based on Stephanie White's comments, it appears Clark could remain sidelined for several more matchups. When asked whether Clark might be available for the upcoming game against the Liberty, the response was that it was possible but far from certain. And when coaches repeatedly emphasize phrases like caution, long-term recovery, and gradually increasing activity, it usually signals that a quick return isn't likely. So if fans believed this was only a one-game precaution, they may need to prepare for a much longer absence. This situation now appears to be developing into something far more serious.
The Indiana Fever have just about, they've kept the flow. Like, even if they lose their next 2 games, they might lose even more.
Aaliyah Boston has continued to thrive despite facing increased defensive attention without Caitlin Clark on the floor. Meanwhile, Ari McDonald has emerged as an unexpected spark, bringing energy, defense, and strong production after joining on a short-term contract. However, her roster spot is only temporary and will end once Clark or Sophie Cunningham returns. Clark's absence has forced Indiana to adjust its rotations and rely on players like Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull. Even so, the Fever remain committed to being patient with Clark's recovery. The organization believes her long-term health is far more important than rushing her back for a few games. They want her fully recovered before returning to game-speed competition. When Clark finally returns, she could completely transform Indiana's season and provide another major boost for the WNBA.